today I have like a few. I had main goals in mind. I don't know how I'm gonna get to them. Well, I have some clips of like edge guards because on edge guards on Spacey specifically that I drop a lot,
Okay.
and I wanted to learn like what your general thought process is like when you're in these situations. I can stream the
Could
some of them for
you
you.
could you send me the clips by any chance?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
They're MKVs, so do you want me to convert them or are you good?
How long are they?
They're really short.
You can just drop them in Discord then.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like a few of them, so yeah, yeah, like this one, and then like they're super short. Um, does that work? The first one?
Yeah.
I'll just like go through each one like when we talk about them.
Okay, but this is where you want to start.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. This one was I was kind of trolling on this one, but I generally like was wondering like what you were thinking. This one I was like being stupid, but like this like fastball side B hits me so often. I wonder like what you would be thinking the whole time when you get like this nair, for example. Like,
Sure.
sorry if it's like kind of
No, no. I guess one thing I always touch on in the first lesson of any like student is like we go over reaction points. And I just make sure where their knowledge is at on that.
Okay.
Do you feel like you have a good understanding of it already?
Uh, honestly, I feel like I have a very basic into like not really. Honestly. I don't think my reaction point like knowledge is that great.
Okay.
I feel like I feel it out like way more than I should. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess to save time, I would recommend you watching a different lesson. I can send it to you later on
Okay.
reaction points, but I do feel like it plays heavily into it. It's the whole game. But
Yeah.
I guess when we can break it down with edge guarding, I always start like you have a starter, and when you choose your starter, you check which resource they're burning when you choose your starter, and based off which resource they're burning, is gonna like determine how you finish the rest of the edge guard. But I feel like what you did here and what a lot of people do is they choose their starter and they ignore the resource and they just go with the like they go with what they were gonna do anyway. So like this is a situation where it looked like you were determined to like shine back here regardless of like what happened.
Yeah.
But so if we use this as a reaction point, we check our like their resource. Falco, for example, like his resources are different. I use Marth as an example because I think he's the easiest one to like check resources with.
Yeah.
And he has 3 main resources. One being his side B, the other being his double jump, and can you guess what the third one is?
I think you talked.
Yeah, I told you, right?
Yeah, it's falling, right?
Yeah, so it's him falling. So his third resource is him falling. So, and your starter versus Marth, for example, might be the timing. You grab ledge, and if your timing lines up with him side being, then you take a different route. If it lines up with him falling, then you take a different route. And if it lines up with him double jump, you take a different route. But I think where people get confused is like they don't check the resource and they're like, I'm gonna grab ledge and I'm gonna regular get up, or I'm gonna grab ledge and I'm gonna drop shine, and it's just at that point you're just edge guarding based off of like coincidence, not off of like a structure.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know. So like, yeah, I heard the framework. One thing I got a question about is like, so your starter is like what hits them off stage, right? Like,
no. Your starter is how you actually start the edge guard, and it's not like an option. It can be like you standing still as well. It can be you turning your back. It could be you running off at a certain time, something like that. Like here, I have 2 examples that I keep for this thing.
Yeah.
With that, well, you say you've seen it, but like we can go over it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will take any advice, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the.
Yeah. So like, like blue Falco, I guess whatever. Neutral Falco. Neutral Falco starter is shine stall, right?
Yeah.
And this is like under the assumption that I would be like maybe right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I shine stall to counter it. So now blue Falco starter is like it's lost to like my read in a sense.
Yeah.
So knowing that like blue Falco could steal, now he can take like 50/50s or whatever, or like soft reads like this.
Yeah.
But you have to know after that you're done. And like the mistake
Yeah.
blue Falco made here was they didn't know they were done, and they throw out a forward tilt after, and this is how the reversals happen. It's because you're like you don't know your Edgeguard is done. So now this time my starter is standing still and waiting. It's like I don't even want to classify it as an option, like an input or anything. It is like me choosing to wait.
Yeah.
It is me pretty much taking a guess on blue Falco not double jumping instantly. But you realize that if blue Falco did double jump instantly, then I have to change my route. I'm no longer going to run off the stage if I see them double jump.
Yeah.
Or I'm no longer going to do what I wanted to do. Like, it has to line up with the starter. And in this case, it did line up. They shine stall. I'm like, perfect. Now I'll run off.
Yeah, so you like wave dash the ledge, you confirm that it's like what the situation that you were setting up for, and then you immediately go for your action, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah.
I would double checking on that. Yeah, so I do that there. I definitely was just like, I am committing to shine back air, and
well, your starter
Yeah.
is like your jump, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the shine back air, you also need to be like kind of specific with how these things cover. Cause like, I guess it does beat that side B.
Yeah. Or like high up, double jump back up B, but like it's still like.
But is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, I think I was just trying to hit him. Like I just like felt like I got a hit, and I was like, I can connect another hit, you know?
Because the thing with like, it's like once we get here and we see that they're double jumped, like the side B they choose and the up B they choose, you can like kind of hit on reaction. Like you don't need to hit that side B or that up B immediately, you know?
Yeah.
And that might be like why you got confused and did it early, but like once I get here and I'm checking the resource properly, I'm like, okay, they've double jumped. I can still shine stall to look for those two options, but I no longer have the like luxury of always punishing this side B anymore.
Yeah.
Because I took like such a risky approach to do this. Like, I don't even know if the Edgeguard is that great in general, because I feel like you jumped a bit too early and gave him time to like see what's up.
Yeah.
Like you made your decision before he made his decision. And it's not like you made your decision in a spot where you could hit him before he makes his decision. It'd be different if he could jump into the shine spike.
Yeah.
Like immediately. But like he has a lot of room to make his decision, because once you do this, you are relinquishing like so much by jumping out here early.
Yeah.
Like he knows you can't cover certain angles. He knows you can't cover certain fastballs. Like, but even if you were gonna go for this, maybe you wait a few frames, like 7 frames, 7 to 10 frames, and then you jump out there, and now you kind of line up with when he has to make his decision, and more pressure's on him. But also by standing here, it's like you're still threatening. Like, yeah, I'm still in position to cover like that fastball side B to ledge. So like,
yeah,
you're still threatening that, and you can choose to still cover that if you want to, like run off double jump down there, turn around, grab ledge, however you want. Right.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I definitely, I feel like sometimes like I'm like, I think I had like an ego thing where like somebody told me I was good at edge guarding when I was like starting out, so like I like don't think about it too often, and like I get like decent enough reads, but I still think I have like glaring holes where like sometimes I'll choose my ledge grab timing won't be great, or I'll do something like this where like fastball like side. I mean, you've played me a billion times, like you like fastball side via ledge, and like I just don't cover it or something, like like.
But that's fine.
Yeah, I know that's fine. It's just like I think I mean to work on my general structure in general to improve like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like because it at least it will help me be more consistent in like the spacey matchups, which I think is important. At
Yeah.
least hitting the edge guards and not like getting big reversals, especially in the Fox Ditto. Ew. Yeah, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
No, I mean, I agree. I think it's I was telling Steven before, like it's less about like the matchup or anything like that, and it's just more about like the structure you follow, because like
Yeah,
the same concept is gonna apply to Marth, Sheik, Falco. All like it's just the same structure applies to like the whole game. That's why I don't want to like center it around like a Fox Ditto or Edgeguarding a Spacey,
oh,
because
okay,
like
that makes sense.
you'll save yourself a lot of time thinking about it in the sense of that's how the game works rather than that's how this situation or matchup works.
Okay.
Because
That,
viewing it through that lens helps you like problem solve other situations as well.
oh yeah, so you can be like, oh, it's like this situation.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, okay, you can extrapolate from the information.
Yeah.
Did you have any other thoughts on this edge guard?
I mean, I think you just again, I think you went too early.
Okay.
Like, and I think when you went too early, and you see that they responded the way they did, you should have changed your plan.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
this could have played out a few ways. Like, you actually might be able to hit the side B that he did if you kept Shine Stalling. So actually, like, the more I look at this, like, maybe this was a really good edge guard. Because you're here to hit this side B, and this side. You're here to hit all these side Bs. And if you're still holding this Shine Stall and he drops down here with you, then you only have one side B timing to cover. Which is like, you know, that's probably possible, like, versus Fox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of just learned something new about this too, and I'm like, okay, maybe this was right. Well, my only issue with this, actually, I keep changing my mind, but I think that's good because I keep viewing it from both perspectives, and it's like I'm seeing more stuff that you're covering, but I'm also seeing what you're losing to by going too early. So I kind of get it. The only thing with this is you're not covering this side B, like just wiggle out side B.
Oh, really?
No, like how would you?
Yeah, I would.
Like he can
Yeah,
side
I
B
don't-
here. And I don't think you would get there in time. If they just like wiggle out. They don't even have to like sweet spot the side B. They can just side B the stage. Right?
Yeah.
So like that's my issue with going early. It's like you kind of get some added pros for going early. It's like you can punish the double jumps. You probably like checkmate him if he does double jump and you go early. The more I look at it. So like that's a
Okay.
pro of going early. But
Yeah.
you do give up that, so like I think maybe you can still like delay a little bit to still threaten like this immediate side B, because it's like the way I view edgeguard is like I just don't want to be getting like hard reversal.
Yeah.
Like good edgeguarding to me isn't like how often you kill them. It's like how often you're being able to like make your safe read and threaten your things without getting reversal. And how often are you confirming when you do checkmate them? So like, this is a spot where like, yeah, this would have been really good because you did like checkmate him. But also, if he side Bs here a number of times and you guys swap positions like that, I'm like, that might not be how I want to do my edgeguarding every time, unless I have like a pretty strong read.
Yeah, I feel like I like think of like those like you remember like those Armada edge guards where you like jump out, shine, jump, shine.
Yeah.
Like.
But if you look at those, like, instead of kind of just remembering him doing it, and if you look at like the timing he chooses, it's probably a bit later than this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I obviously chose like a completely like a different timing. I feel like I was more like covering double jump back like a B, and then like and like my early jump is just catching the raw double jump.
Yeah.
And then I saw it didn't work, and I was like, he's still over here, so I might hit him again, and then So, like, yeah, I feel like it was more of like that rather than like me being like I'm Armada and like I'm simulating the exact edgeguard. Like, just so you know, I wasn't thinking that.
I got you. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like generally that's like where my head's at with that one. But yeah, I think I do agree. I think I do think I could wait a little bit longer on those edge guards.
Okay.
But yeah. What's the next one? Actually,
Yeah, let me take a look at the next one.
this one. Back air. I forgot what this one was about. I killed him. I did hit him this edge guard, but I was wondering like what your thoughts were on like just me just standing there. Like, would you do something differently here? I feel
Here?
like
You don't need to.
yeah. This one was pretty simple, but I was like wondering if like there was like a whole thing.
No, like they're really far out. I don't think I would have rolled. That's the only thing. It's like it looks like harmless, but during this roll, like you had a threat of doing dash, jump out, full hop.
Okay.
Like even if you not gonna use it, you have that threat. But once you roll, you lose that threat. So it's like now that you lost that threat, they can do this side B. So now imagine this side B is at like 60 though, or 40, and they just like slide off to the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like, it's really the roll that's like kind of getting me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's just you're giving up a threat.
Okay.
Like, let me show you one more example I just showed a student too. Yeah, this is Mango. He did something very, very similar, and like, can you like tell?
Oh yeah, he grabbed the ledge really early.
Really early, right? And like, how do I pause this? Can I? Okay. Yeah, so he grabs the ledge really early, and he immediately gives up threat of any sort of full hop out here to threaten me. Any sort of like run off, double jump down there. Any sort of like well timed laser. He just straight up gives it up, and I'm like, okay. And now it's like, I think this is where a big misconception of edgeguarding comes in too. I talked about it. If Mango was right here, people would think that he's edgeguarding it well. But like, really, it's like, I would rather take the part of the recovery where they have to guess my angle 100 times before I have to take the part where they have to guess my starter option, like my double jump, the start of my up B or my side B.
Yeah.
Like, if they, like, I'll run this the whole time because, like, I'm at a disadvantage already. I want the disadvantage that gives me either stage positioning when I'm right or ledge when I'm, like, stage positioning when I'm right or ledge when I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can reversal them. Like, if they try and read high and I go to ledge dash. And if they try and read ledge when I go to stage, then it's like center stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like...
Yeah, and you get back there.
Yeah. Very good example of bad edgeguarding, in my opinion.
No, that makes sense. I think... Yeah, I definitely do feel like sometimes I give up, like...
Then you rolled again.
I did roll again.
And it's like... Yeah. I'm worried because imagine if he was closer. I still feel like you might have rolled, and it's like, damn, you're still letting him like get into this area for free, and now you have to make a read.
Yeah. I think, I do set up roll edge guards a lot sometimes. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like when I was cheeks, I was like scared of like messing up wave dash to ledge or something. So sometimes I randomly
like I'll roll to ledge if it is to set up an edgeguard, or if they are guaranteed dead, and all I have to do is like grab the ledge in back air. Like, I will do it there, just because it's like, there's a 0% chance of me dying like this, and this is the quickest, safest way to the ledge, and blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But I never would want to do it if there's threats available.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this is actually a pretty good example of you doing it when there's threats available, right here. And then this is a good example of kind of doing it when you don't have a threat because he's just dead. So, like, whatever. Like, do what you want. Maybe he could have side B'd, honestly. And it could have been spooky if he was a little bit closer. But in this situation, it's like, these are the spots where you can roll and get away with it if he is for sure dead.
Yeah. I think, like, I think that's scary is more like, I think in that back air spot where I got the first back air on the high side B, I think I thought it was like a spot where he like might be, I had more time than I actually did, and I should have been threatening more options. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like generally that's like It's good to know. Okay. But yeah, I definitely do need to keep in mind like the options that I'm threatening and what I'm giving up when doing things like that.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
but yeah. I got another Edgeguard if you want to see it here.
Yeah.
Let me see. This one's on Falco. We might come back to Fox, but I think it's kind of the general same
Yeah,
thing.
that's gonna be pretty.
It's
Like,
I
because
feel like
I don't see you choosing weird options. It'd be different if I saw you choosing something that didn't make any sense.
yeah, this one is like just generally uh this is just like the classic like the sweet spot side B there.
Uh
Like
huh.
I feel like I don't know. I always try to do. I think the reason why I always miss this edge guard is because I always am trying to do like the OG left edge guard where you're like you jump with Falco and you fall with him and you back air whenever he side Bs.
Yeah, I don't think you missed.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I just feel like anytime in my brain I never am like thinking about him falling to ledge height inside B, and I have the same problem with Fox. I don't know what you generally think about that.
Uh,
Maybe it's just a do it situation, but I don't know.
I have opinions on that, but I think there's a bigger issue
Okay.
with this one. I mean, like, you watch it a few times, and like, given what we just talked about, like, can you tell?
I think I jumped. Uh, no, I short hop back aired again
Yeah, yeah.
when he
So
had
it's like,
already burned his resource.
yeah, like you, like I see what you tried to cover, and I think it's a good edge guard. Like you're checking this side B and that side B, but once they don't do that side B, like you've lost that situation pretty much, or like they've
Okay.
success. Not even lost. I don't want to view it in like a negative way. I
Mm,
don't. It's like maybe we don't even need to view it in a positive way, but like you've
yeah.
checked them on that already.
Mm,
So like any side B that you would have hit, you would have hit by now. Does that
yeah.
make sense? There's no other side B to hit. So you check them, and now you're here. And it's like now, it's either you back air reading that they're going to side B here or reacting that they're going to side B here. And once you get to that point, now you make like if you have more coverage, wave dash ledge, round shine, something like that. But you're not trying to attack the same thing you just covered.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I,
I think
I
I
thought this was
doubled.
really good, but when you started talking about like it's like an edge guard left and does or something like that, and all that, it's like I think you need to like kind of zoom out and look more at it, just like how the game works. You're checking this, that, and then you go to the next. It's like you didn't do anything wrong, like by
Yeah.
checking him.
Okay.
All that was good. And the thing is, sometimes they will side B, sometimes they'll up B and they'll make it back. Sometimes they do the side B and you just like put your shield up and run away. But that's not
Mm-hmm.
bad edge guarding if you're checking something. Now, if you
Yeah.
don't know what the mix-ups are out of this, that's a different problem. Like, you can check, and then drift back to ledge as a mix-up instead.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're covering this side B, you're letting him side B on stage, you can ledge dash. And you're putting yourself in that position where you still have a 50-50 versus the up B if you choose the up B,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. I definitely agree with all that. That definitely makes sense. I definitely need to think about it more of like a thing in the game, and I'm just
Yeah.
checking the options that he's doing. Also, I should have done the aerial double shine instead of shine bear, I think, but that's besides the point, obviously. Like when I did shine bear here, aerial double shine, I think is the play. I think it's really good here, but
Maybe.
maybe I don't know. Shine bear's fine. I could have just hit the edge guard, but like,
I think, actually, I don't know. I've been liking Zoppy Shine more versus Marth and Sheik and less
ooh,
versus Spacies because I think the reason it's good versus Marth and Sheik is because you still have, they don't have like a quick um, horizontal option like side B. So
yeah,
you have time to set up after your Zuppy Shine. But if you Zuppy Shine like Spacies, then you're falling to the ledge at a set time, and I still have my double jump. And now it's like you're guessing between not guessing, but you have to react to like side Bs from ledge with like limited invincibility, and you have to deal with up B in the 50-50 way. But
yeah,
you like losing the threat of like covering the startup of that up B or the side B. So like if you were to just do this shine and land back here,
Mm.
now you still have the threat of full opping out there, or
Yeah.
run off double jump narrowing the early side B, and you can still edge guard it the exact same you would from this uppy shine.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of uppy shine on spacies right now.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I do the Zuppy shine against Marth a lot too. Like when you wave shine up throw them, they
Yeah, yeah,
DI
yeah.
off stage. You know that's right. But like, yeah, and against Sheik because I saw Cody uses it so well against Sheik too. The Zuppy shines. Like if you watch him versus Drafen at like Big House, he gets this like insane sequence with like Zuppy shine, like the Zuppy shine,
Yeah.
and like ledge dash on. But yeah, that makes sense. Actually I get that. That makes a lot of sense. Think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
speaking of what,
if it does kill, then I think Zombie Shine, like, it definitely has an optimal spot versus Spacies, but on average, probably do a little bit less.
yeah, I think the quick options thing makes sense. And I do have a Marth Edgeguard. I was curious if you
Okay.
uh this one is like I did it kind of jankily in this clip, but it's like let me find it real quick. Where did I put it? Let me switch. There it is. Yeah, this was against. Sorry about the MKV files.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, like that shine up B. It's like up B, refresh, shine up B. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I this Edgeguard's like okay, but I don't know. I do it like sometimes when I also do like the backflip Edgeguard.
The only thing I don't like about this is you're doing your refresh without checking its resource.
Mm.
And that means you have to be perfect on this up B, which if you can be, that's fine, but like nothing's stopping them from like, instead of doing the side B, double jump up Bing and checking you on your invincibility.
That makes sense.
I guess a way to like navigate that would be to delay your ledge wrap timing here. Like, because he can't hit you if you double jump right here and grab ledge. And you wanna grab ledge as late as you can without getting hit, because they have to burn resources. Like again, he's always gonna be falling to something or double jumping or side beam. And if you like wait until the last second possible to grab the ledge safely, he's gonna be burning a resource, and sometimes it might be a big resource like the side B. And it's like, oh, okay, like their timing is like locked with me. Like I'm lined up with their timing. I can time my Edgeguard like properly now. But you grab it so early, and it's just like, yeah, you gotta be perfect. Like,
okay.
Yeah, my biggest issue is your ledge wrap timing.
Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of questions about it. Yeah, this Edgeguard's okay. I'd kind of do it when to mix up between doing this and like the backflip on the ledge over Mars up B. Also, one question I had about that Edgeguard: do you jump straight up or straight back? Like if you're on the ledge here and you think Mars gonna go in between you and the ledge, do you go straight up here or do you go jump back on the ledge? If they're going for a sweet spot low up B.
I don't know if I know how to answer that question, because again, if we're like basing it off of a structure, then my timing with like my regular get up timing or whatever into backflip, it would line up with something he's doing, and I can't give you a direct answer of which way I would jump because I don't know which way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I won't know yet until I see it.
Okay.
And it's not to say I don't know. It's just like I'm trying to encourage you to like not get too caught up in how to do it, really, but to check and to always check and like make sure your timing is good.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, I gotta. So like when you're Edgeguarding Marth here, are you like checking like, okay, he's burning side B? That's when you would grab the ledge, or that's when you want to like refresh your invincibility?
Well, I would want to grab ledge again late. So like,
Okay.
I would be grabbing ledge about now, and
Okay.
then I would see him side being, and I would either know, like depending on when he side beat and when you grab the ledge, does he have time to finish his side B and double jump and up B before my invincibility ends on my refresh. And a lot of times, like, those are the situations where your up B refresh doesn't have to be invincible, just because he physically can't get there in time to hit the beginning of it. Or it's like he can't physically get there in time to hit the end of it and live, and he can't hit the beginning of it because the beginning is always invincible.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like there are spots where you don't have to be perfect on your up B. Those are the spots where I think the up B refresh is really good. The spots where I think it's bad, not bad, but like risky, is when they can reach you if you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the cases where I choose to take different Edgeguard routes, either like grabbing ledge late or doing something like, different. But like, I don't know, if you can up B refresh perfectly, you don't even need to know any of this really. You would just do it and be fine, and you would get the like outcome you want.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Okay.
But yeah, I was more like, I was just more wondering your general thought process here of like what you would say, like on how you want to. So you check and then you will make a decision on what you see them doing. Okay.
I mean, we can
Yeah,
look
so
at
it is like. Okay, what are you saying?
I was saying we can look at some edge guards versus Marth because I have them somewhere.
Yeah, I was actually literally just playing Dylan, so they're also fresh in my mind a little bit.
Where are they?
That's cool background.
Oh, edge guards. Okay, perfect. Same concept's gonna apply with Falco too, but we'll just watch till we see something. Okay, so first of all, again, I'm threatening. I'm still threatening. Like, I'm checking for double jump, maybe something like that. He has to worry about it. He's literally probably protecting himself. I grab ledge. I see which resource he's burning. This double jump. I use all my invincibility before I make my decision. And then I instant double jump, cause like, for him to beat this, like he might have to upbeat now to like land on stage, but like I don't care about that because the beginning is still like, I don't use all my invincibility, but the beginning of my double jump is still invincible. So like early upbeat, I don't care about. Yeah. Right. And now he only has like a few timings for his upbeat left because I lined up with him and I chose my timing like according to which resource he burned. So now it's like he has this upbeat where he can land on stage, and it's like, okay, like that's fine. I guess I might land on stage and back there. He doesn't know, right? Yeah, like he can't know. So I'm putting him in a situation where it's like, I've already done my part. I've lined up with you perfectly, and I'm just gonna do this. And like, you're the one who has to guess what the fuck is going on. Am I like landing on stage to back air? Am I landing back on the ledge? Or whatever. He guesses like that I'm landing on the stage, and it's like, that's cool. I was guessing neither. I was just like doing this because I was fine with either outcome. That's another false one. It's pretty much the same thing, right? Like, I check which resource he's burning. Like, look at my starter. My starter is like my dash dance in a sense. Yeah. Because I'm like threatening.
Look how late you grab the ledge compared to when I do. That's what I was looking at too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. And then
but it's just like, there's still a risk to what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm just reading that he is like not gonna. I'm threatening to like short hop off and shine inside B. Right. Like, I don't have to shield here. This could have been my dash back or my dash forward, and I would line up with a side B. So I'm like giving him that to worry about, and I successfully do that, and I get the wave dash to ledge, and it's like all I'm doing is I'm checking which resource he burned. If he did side B and he called my bluff, then I would have to do something different here. But since he didn't, I get to like wait. I like succeeded in my little mini game with him by forcing him to fall, and it's like cool. I get to grab ledge late. I have you down there. Like, this is perfect. I get to use all my invincibility because you can't upbeat early. Because at that point, I'm edgeguarding you with, like, if I'm using all my invincibility and you upbeat early, I'm gonna edgeguard you in an accident. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I use all that, and it's like, yeah, I have you in this really, really awful position. Are you gonna upbeat now? I still might edgeguard you in an accident because I'm still invincible. And it's like now, I'm still invincible, and now I'm like, okay, now you're gonna upbeat. Now you're gonna come up like for air. I always relate Edgeguarding Marth as like having someone underwater and just guessing for when they're gonna come up. But like I waited the whole time, and I was like, he's gonna come up. And then he side B's, I'm like, oh well, whatever. I still covered that. But it's like I got the best outcome possible because I won this little mini game here, and I just checked which resources he was burning, and like it all kind of just lined up for me to do this safely. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think,
Cool.
yeah, generally, okay. Yeah, I definitely, yeah, I don't, we can do, since I think that's mostly what I need for edge guarding for now. We have other clips, if you felt like there was anything else you wanted to say about it. But, I do have a recovery thing I was going to say. It's mostly a refresh, actually, like on the ledge. Question about refreshing.
Okay, what is it?
Hold on, I'm gonna send you the clip real quick. It's just like a quick one. It's like this is a semi-habit you've probably seen. I have like of course, but I like angle the ledge here and I uppy refresh and I get it. I was wondering like generally like do you prefer to like up B stall or like do you do like the drop down refresh or do you like do like the double jump back refresh? Is there like any specific one? Because I know some of them up B does different ECB.
Is this a specific refresh question or is this like something
Like
different? Because this could be something different, and where it's like,
this is just what do you think? Well, it's not the best refresh, but like what kind of refreshes do you do? This was just like a random question. Like, do you like generally like to up B stall or like do the down one or the double jump back one, or is it just change whenever you feel like doing it?
It might depend. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
I will say, your purpose of doing this up B here, which should be the intention to grab ledge, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And any other outcome means that you're dead, or that you got hit by something and you can like react to getting hit to it, but it's like it doesn't matter. Like you're probably still dead. So in that case, it's one of the rare situations in melee where it's like you don't need to check if you grab ledge here. There's no benefit.
Okay.
There's no benefit to checking. So
Okay.
like, did I die? Oh yeah, I died. It's just like, nah. You should assume with your whole heart that you're gonna end up on ledge regardless of what he is doing.
Okay.
The best player I can use for an example for this is Magi. If you watch her, she's ledge dashing here 100% of the time. Because what else can she do? Like it's not like inputting a ledge dash if they're still on a ledge makes you lose like 2 stocks or whatever. Like there's no risk to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, do that up B with the intention to grab the ledge and do whatever you are going to do at the timing that you would assume you were going to grab ledge. Don't wait and check.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's actually a really good point. Let me write that down also. How much time do we got left? 20 minutes?
Yeah, we have 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so my second question today was not on Edgeguard, was on this one's kind of a broad concept, so it's fine if it doesn't work out. I wasn't sure how to ask this one. It's more about like tempo and timing mix-ups in neutral. I know we've talked about it obviously before with like the wave dash down versus Falco like down air in place and stuff. But like generally, I was like more wondering. I feel like one of my biggest problems. I feel like I'm still pretty telegraphed maybe it's just bad habits, which I'm gonna watch your video about why you have bad habits like later today when I'm solo practicing
Mm-hmm.
thing. But I was wondering if like I have some games against Dylan that I just played. If you want
Mm-hmm.
to watch a couple of them.
Yeah, we can watch a few.
Yeah. Okay. I'll at least it's any old game.
Yeah, I'll probably just get through one.
Okay. Okay. Cool. It's the last game, I think. So I think I got clap. So yeah.
Okay, dope.
But yeah, I feel like generally, yeah, he always starts the game. He knows I'm gonna like what I like to wait versus Marth, so he like starts to like off with like a hit. You know.
You should I don't know. I have opinions of starts of games.
You can tell me them
I
unless it's
think
like
no. I think the start of the game should not be like played like it's the start of the game. If that makes sense. Because like this spacing just happens naturally throughout the match. You guys could be here 2 stocks in, and it'd be the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he doesn't have like different options because it's the start of the game.
Oh, that's what. Oh, so that's what you mean by that.
Yeah. So it's like you're kind of caught up on thinking that the start of the game he likes to do this, and that's fine. But like, I think viewing it that way can get like kind of distracting, and like
No.
it can kind of take you out of like the present moment of actually just watching him.
That makes sense.
I think this should have been like a better response to like him here. Like you should have, not should have, but like you could have known by now that he was like wave landing off. And
No,
so there's like, all right, well now he's in the mix. Like you're the one who gets to delay or attack him, and this is something that I just recently kind of discovered.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way I can describe this is like in these situations, both players need to be kind of acting on beat 1 or beat 2. But when players wait for beat 3, it naturally loses to like both beats sometimes. It's pretty complicated and it's kind of nuanced. There's not like a specific example, and it's not like a hard set rule. But the way I see this is Marth has to defend himself, because it's now risky for him to be in the air again. You're close enough to actually hit the startup of his aerials, right? So if so that might be like an attack we do on beat 1 is like reading his aerials or reading his dash back or reading him in place or something like that. And the way he would deal with those is he might dash back or he might like delay or like time an up tilt or something like that. And if that's the case, then that's when you want to do like beat 2. But so you could have gone in here or you could have delayed. But the fact that you like went in and then start dash dancing again is like a beat 3 type of thing, where it's like you needed to hit him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like you should have been delaying.
Yeah, I could have been delaying more.
Yeah.
I
think you can delay in different ways also. With like you can delay with a full hop. You can delay with wave dash down. And in this situation, you were already dashing in, so like you didn't need to delay with another dash back. You just had to choose a different one if you wanted to delay, or you could have just attacked. And if you are going to like do like a third beat type of option, it kind of needs to be further away, or like with the intention to bait them. Like you can delay or do a third beat into like shield, or do a third beat like full hop in place, or do a third beat like wave dash away to cover dash attack or something like that. But it has to be intentional. It feels like here you're kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's what your first statement, like play the game, like play the start of the game like it's not the start of the game, is definitely super true, because I think I just like wasn't playing the game yet and he was.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh right, like the game's starting, and like I'm like used to like kind of slowly moving towards your opponent and then we start playing neutral, but he was already like started the game. Like started the mix-ups and started playing like the mix.
I don't know where that kind of rule or thinking came from. I've definitely had it for like majority of my melee career as well, so I do understand. But it's like when you
Yeah.
break it down and think about it, it's just like that's some made up bullshit. Like
Yeah. Yeah. It is just made up.
like that top players before us probably told us, and then we were just like it's stuck with us, and now we just been like kind of living under that bullshit.
No, like I definitely die in the beginning of games because I'm like trying to like I'm doing like I'm in the mentality of like, oh, it's just the start of the game, you know?
Yeah,
Like, but like the other person's already playing the game,
yeah.
so like, and I've definitely done that to other people before too.
You can get knockouts in the very like first 10 seconds of the game, like it's a boxing match. But like the knockouts here just aren't as apparent. But if you equate being down a stock at within the first 10 seconds as a knockout, which sometimes it is if you're versus like Hungry Box or something, or if it's a bad matchup where you have to like catch up. Like catching up is really hard. Like those are like just delayed knockouts. It can still happen within the first 10 seconds. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
No, that makes a lot of sense.
can't
That probably
be fucking around.
yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just no, that makes sense. And like definitely the tempo stuff is definitely true. Where like do you define like tempos as like how do you define tempos? It's just like I know like Fiction in his lessons like defines like each dash dance is like 1, 2, 3 or something.
I don't know.
Like
I think when I define it, I think most people just either attack on beat 1 or beat 2, and I try not to overcomplicate it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like yeah, especially because I play Fox and I can like attack them. Like we play characters that can like that have very very like good like beat 1 options for attacks. So
that is true. I definitely the better I get, I definitely the more understand. Like I feel like when people would say Fox is busted, like the really good players, like I didn't get it as much. But like you know, like the generic stuff, like oh, like they have Shine Spike and Up Smash, you know. But like the fact that you can threaten running Shine, running Up Smash, running Nair, full hop, running a drill, like you know, like and grab, you know, it's like all those things. But yeah. I don't know. Did you have any other things did you want to continue the game?
Yeah, we can keep looking.
That was a big one though, I think. Thank you for that. That was huge. It's funny because like you probably also play Ossify a lot, so you see a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. I guess this one was just a misjudgment of time.
Yeah. I try to jump over full hop, but I also just need to recognize that the platform's just there. Like, you know.
I'm looking more so at the like
Up
this
tilt?
here. Oh, what? Just the sequence is confusing me a little bit because I'm not sure what you were looking for when you did this, and it's like I want to be sure that you're not just doing it to do it.
I think when he grabbed, I was just generally just like probably reading like a dash back.
Well,
like,
I mean, why you're landing like this in the first place?
Oh, why I'm landing like this?
Like, cause you landing like this is like a commitment, right? It's a read. Like you full hop, and it's like you don't have to land like this. You could land. You can double jump and land on a platform. You could fast fall in aerial. You can fast fall in waveland. You can no fast fall in aerial. Like all those are options. You doing this is also an option. So it's like I want to know like the purpose of this option. Because in my mind, it should be no different from you doing a back air here and playing out of the back air.
Okay.
Right.
I think. Oh, so I thought you were talking about the other situation. This spot, I feel like I usually aerial on the edge of the corner and get grabbed. So I've been like more trying to like either full hop wave dash away or full hop dash away.
Well, that's perfect.
On the edge of the corner, and you know, and I got what I wanted, but unfortunately, I dashed back in when kind of far.
I mean, like if your purpose was like, I usually back air here, and if they grab me, I'm gonna bait out the grab. Then like, this needs to be in the same like part of your brain that like sees like you baiting grass or short hop wavelength back, right?
Yeah.
It's like the same type of thing. So it's like if you're looking for grab, then you should have got him, right?
Yeah.
Like even if you did dash back, like you still had time. to like stop your dash here, here, right?
Yeah.
But you go all the way back here, and now it's like, oh, well, now it's no longer like real. Now it's like mix up, and now it's like, what do you want to do? Wave that down, shield, all these things. But it's like you want to be in this situation like less and less to where you have to use these like unique mix-ups and like force to play these mix-ups when you already won your mix-up. Like you already won with your landing here, so it's like take it.
Yeah, I get that. That's super fair.
Yeah.
And don't die there. Wait forward shield. Yeah, see that's what I usually do. Off the top platform, I'm like up air. He doesn't
yeah. I don't know the purpose of both of those, because like you fall up here and you double jump. Let's see. Whatever either of you people doing.
It was a long session, I'll say.
Yeah. That's fair. This is fine. I think this is just like greedy, and like the risk reward on it isn't that great.
Yeah. I don't even know what I thought, honestly.
I don't know. It's like one of those things that it loses to like too many things to justify. It loses to him standing still, it loses to him dash dancing, and it loses to him jumping. But it beats him running in. And it's like, well, that's one thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, at what point do we just like, well, that covering that one thing isn't worth it. Even if that's the best way we can cover him running in, is it worth it? If he's never running in.
Yeah. If he's just punishing me for like being up there rather than
and then it happens again, right? Like he could just stand still here, and he can dash back. He could also like shield. I don't know. He can up tilt as well. It loses to it a lot. But man, if he ran in though, right? And it's just like like maybe just maybe Fox doesn't need to punish everything. Who cares if he runs in? Fucking let him. And then what? It's not like he runs in and Tipper F smashes you from the top platform because you let him run in. It's just like, nah, dude. Like the rest of the game, like still happening. It's not that big of a deal if he ran in.
Yeah, I don't know. I hyper focus on options and also try to fight a lot of spots out in case you can't tell.
Yeah, I could tell. And I think it's a dangerous way to play, not because it's risky, but because you tend to like base your learning and your training off of like positive and negative reinforcement. Where like, oh, this up air hits some people, it's good. Oh, this up air loses some people, it's bad. And it's just like that's kind of keep you in this cycle of doing these things or thinking this way. And it's just like you need to kind of break the situation down. You kind of need to view it in a different way. Like what you're covering is one, not likely, and two, like can be dealt with in safer ways, and like the reward for them getting through what you're recovering here is not dire, right?
Yeah, that all makes sense. I definitely agree with that. I definitely super agree with that. That's like a big problem I have with my gameplay.
Yeah.
I feel like, no, I get that. I don't know. Did you have any other further thoughts on the situation?
No. I mean, like, if you want to know, like, some thoughts about how to play it, and, like, there's some cool mix-ups you can do. Like, versus him jumping, like, you could dash dance on top platform, right? Like, I don't know if you made this problem, but I've made this problem of viewing threat range. It's just, like, kind of a grounded thing, but it's everywhere. And, like, the threat range here, his forward air is, like, it's capped at like here, so like you could dash dance and then you can even whiff punish this forward air with runoff, like up air maybe, something like that. You could run up and shield drop the forward air. You could do something like that short hop off and jump above the forward air, and then see how that plays with him running through. Like maybe you guys cross up and it's just like, oh, okay, whatever, that's fine. You play the next situation. he ran through, he can back area and stuff like that, but he doesn't have the options to like dash and grab you because you landed on a platform. There's a whole lot of ways to go about it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like my play is like, I feel like I definitely view it in a very streamlined, like, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad, and that's like how I got better. And I feel like it's too strict, and like the game, I feel like it doesn't let me extrapolate to the things that so much nuance that is in the game that is happening. Like I don't like account, like that's like a big problem that I have. As you know how we talked about how like I was like I don't like my fox, and you're like you have to like your fox. Like this is like stuff that I'm talking about where like I don't like it because I feel like it's very rigid. I'm like, it helps when I'm playing someone and they do run in.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
Up. Yeah.
That's why like some people are like, I don't get why I struggle against these, because like they just do the things that are in my lexicon of things that I do.
Yeah.
But like if they don't, you know, obviously it's a little bit different.
It looks more like this.
Yeah. That's why I feel like, you know, it struggles. But yeah, I don't know. We don't have too much time, so if you have any other stuff, you want to watch more of the game? You want to tell me?
No, we can kind of wrap up because I feel like that's a lot of information. It's like you have a lot to work with now.
No, that's good. I was like, I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. I feel like we didn't like not cover anything that I couldn't learn from.
Yeah, but no, this was good. Like I hope I explained things in a digestible way.
Yeah, you did.
Because I've made all the mistakes you have said today, like 100%.
Yeah, I definitely.
So I kind of get how you think.
Yeah, I definitely. I tell people like I've started doing like lessons for like lower end people, and I've been telling them the same thing, like stuff. I'm like, I've made all these mistakes before too, so it's fine. So I get that you get that. I mean, you also just, you know, you play so much Fox, obviously, so you obviously understand, and Spotify as well. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have any closing thoughts?
No, not really. I think that's a lot. So.
Okay. You said you were gonna upload the Patreon or post this or something?
I did 2 lessons today, and I don't know. They both felt pretty good, so I would probably upload both of them to YouTube, like sometime tomorrow, tonight, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they'll be on YouTube like by the end of this weekend at least.
Yeah. I might be down later to play later if you want to, if we're not playing like Mangus or something.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll be around. Yeah, but thank you for the lesson.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
All right.
I'll. Goodbye.
See ya.